in the spirit of Halloween, I got one last little thing to talk about. Chicago is a well-known haunted city, and we got quite a few famous haunts that, are right down the street from you, maybe, that you might not even know about. Okay. One of the most famous haunted spots in the world, one of the hottest spots, well-known in the ghost hunting societies, is Bachelor's Grove. And that's over at, 143rd and, Ridgeland in Midlothian, right off the Midlothian Turnpike. And that's this little cemetery right off the road, and it's creepy. It's maybe 80 graves. It's from 1840, and it's not well maintained at all. All the graves are knocked over, and this is well known for its ghosts, its sightings, and it's creepy to be there. Okay. I've been there myself a few times. One time I was there, I was coming back. It was in the middle of the day. I was coming from a job fair. I was with my buddy, and he just wanted to see it. And we were coming back that way anyway, so we always stopped there. I was taking a few pictures, looking around. All of a sudden, we hear this crying in the woods. I'm like, holy crap, check our pants. But then, this family comes. They're just on lunch break, on a picnic, with a little baby. But for a minute there, but it was the mob dumping site in the 1920s and 30s. It's where they dumped the bodies. There's first time I was told about it, my mom told me about this site, and she was showing me online, and when I was in high school, for something to do on Halloween. Okay. And she was reading about it, and apparently there's this house that you could be seen in the woods, this white house. Mm-hmm. She was reading the article and telling me about it, and all of a sudden she froze, and she realized she had seen this house when she was there as a teenager.
Wow.
So, a little closer to downtown at 63rd and Wallace is the site of H.H. Holmes' infamous murder castle.
I used to live around there, 63rd and Wallace, okay.
And basically, during the 1893 World's Fair, this guy built this 3-story building, and he rented out the second floor as a hotel. But he had all these trapdoors and secret halls, and he murdered people there, hundreds. I don't know how many, but he murdered a lot of people. They're actually making a movie based on this with Leonardo DiCaprio, and
the Devil in the White City.
Devil in the White City is based on. That is H.H. Holmes' murder castle. That's but it's a post office now, but apparently the site is still really hot and haunted, and that's the site of one of the most infamous serial murders in, I guess, the history of the world.
I used to live right under the viaduct.
Yeah, and you never even knew that.
Go to Walter Reed right there.
Right, exactly. My daughter went there. Yeah.
One of the next most famous haunted places is the Congress Plaza Hotel, right there on Michigan and State or whatever.
Balboa.
Oh yeah, Balboa's one street. The other one's Congress. Congress Hotel.
Runs the same
and that's there's a peg leg ghost there. Apparently, one hand being seen coming out the wall. In the 30s, some woman committed suicide with 2 of her children because she was being persecuted as a Nazi sympathizer or something.
Wow.
And in that hotel is room 441, which is what the Stephen King, John Cusack movie and book, not in that order, it's Stephen King book, and John Cusack, 1408 is based off of.
That's the movie,
So apparently 441's a very haunted room, and there's there's more calls to security and the front desk from that room than any other room in the city, because there's sights of this woman kicking the bed and trying to wake you up in the middle of the night. And
can you rent this room out now?
Yes, you can. Apparently, they're very open at the Congress
I want to
Hotel.
check that out.
I stayed
room 441.
Let me know how that is.
I stayed at the Congress a few times, but I can't say I stayed at 441.
I watched that from a distance.
Yeah, I stayed at the Congress a few times, but I can't say I stayed at 441. But
will you try to get room 441 next time you go?
No, I'm good. I don't even plan on going back.
Room 441?
No, you don't plan on going back.
Nah, I'm planning on going back.
Like, baby,
stay on the whole other side of the hotel now.
Ain't none of that. We ain't at the Congress this week. No.
All right, and just outside the city in Justice, Illinois, is Resurrection Cemetery. Okay. And that's one of the most famous ghost stories in Chicago because it's the home of Resurrection Mary and the hitchhiking ghost. It said you're coming down Archer Avenue, you see her You pick her up and she'll, ask you to go to this like dance hall or something. But as you pass the cemetery, she disappears from your car. Apparently, a lot of people have claimed to have seen this ghost, and a lot of people have claimed to pick this up.
On Archer.
On Archer.
Archer
Not using
and
Uber,
past
is
Summit
she?
and Justice. It's like
I'm not
by
paying attention.
71st Street there, 79th, between 79th and 71st.
Okay.
Straight down there.
So it was famous in the 80s, you said? There was a lot of
Big.
dust at that time too, right? like people was on dust heavy back in the had to be that. Cause that sound
That as well.
Yeah.
And then our last place I just want to talk about tonight is the Excalibur nightclub, or it could be called the Castle now, or
It's closed
something
now,
It's
man.
closed
It's
down.
closed now, but
Yeah.
it's one of the most infamous haunted sites in the city.
I can see that.
And a lot of
Yeah.
customers and people who work there have claimed that they have a lot of experiences there. And that is actually known to be a morgue. It was a temporary morgue site
So-
for the Eastland disaster of
And they had us
I heard
playing in
that.
there.
I heard that.
1915. Yeah, and it's one of the most tragic water disasters in the U.S. history. Like 800 something people died, like from this ship that oversank in the middle of the Chicago Canal. And not only that, but the location of Harpo Studios
Mm-hmm.
and the future location of the McDonald's head corporation. That was another temporary morgue, and it's also known to be a well-known site from that disaster.
I don't know.
Wow.
Oprah got
Wow.
paid over there on
Yeah,
Harpo, so
and
let me
I
come
know.
money then.
Clearly,
you
the
did.
ghost was on her side.
Get that
Wow.
money,
Natural was
money.
flowing with her.
I
Bro,
DJ'd
okay.
in Excalibur a few times. Like
Yo,
It's a
I
creepy
remember
place.
that.
Creepy
But
vibes.
it was kinda,
Like the
it was
weird
kinda weird.
doors.
It's
Yeah.
always creepy in there.
You sure it was spirits or you were just drinking the spirits?
Nah,
So,
bro,
you
it
know,
was
the-
bad.
Oh
Yeah.
man, a little calm beat.
And look,
Whenever I've been there, I pretty much was there just hoping to see a ghost. I didn't really care about the nightclub part. It's like, oh, here's a reason to shoot a gig here.
And they had a lot of. It did have a lot of different rooms too. Like you could party anywhere. Like
You had like 12 parties. in
yeah,
there
and one time and wouldn't even know. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Those are just a few places in and around that you may have never known that were haunted.